In Saturday's 10th at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, it was a condition pace, winners over $25,000 lifetime, and number 5, DVC Flying Frenchman with Georgie Knapp was a surprising 2-to-1 chalk. I'll tell you why surprising in a moment. Number 4, Delivered from Zinn with George Brennan was, and number 2, A Million Pennies with Matt Romano, both went off at 5-2. Now here's the surprise part. Last year's second best 3-year-old behind Rock and Roll Heaven, One More Laugh, was 9-1, second longest shot on the board with trainer Ray Schnitger driving, not Tim Tetrick. And I don't know what the deal is, but let's find out.
DVC Flying Frenchman trying to rebuff the charge of Kiss My Art on the outside, and Kiss My Art now forges a slight lead. DVC Flying Frenchman surprised there, back in second, Delivered from Zinn, quickly gets off the pylons to move outside. Meanwhile, A Million Penny sneaks up the inside fourth. Drop Red getting closer fifth, also getting into it, One More Laugh, and McCady's 3/4, 122 3, 27-1 third panel. Highways all jammed up here on the outside. Slight edge now for Delivered from Zinn. Still there on the inside is Kiss My Art. Top of the stretch, it's Delivered from Zinn and Kiss My Art. Now to the inside, here comes Drop Red with pace. It's Drop Red taking the short way home and taking over here.
Number 3, Drop Red off at 6-1 with Andy Miller. Got a perfect second over trip and won in 150-3. Number 1, Kiss My Art. Well, you know I'm a big fan here of art, don't you? Of course. Was a 9-1 shot with Tyler Buter. Ray Super and got the belly, and number 4, Delivered from Zinn, was 2 back in third. One More Laugh, the aforementioned One More Laugh, sat last, came 3 deep at the 3/4, and went nowhere. Weird. We don't know what's wrong with them. We'll try and find out and get back to you later on, okay? Now with Sunday's feature here at Harris Chester, the 9th race, $70,000 on the line for big, strong, bully-type pacers. And with that, here's Heather.
Let me just say something, you know, because it's taken me 15 seconds to think of this punchline, but the whole One More Laugh thing, I don't find very funny. Okay, let's get on. Okay, back to Chester. Number 1, Whiskey Pete, the favorite with Brian Sears. He has got his work cut out for him in here. This is a very tough field. The 3 is blatantly good, coming off a big wire-to-wire effort in the winner's over. And then number 6, McRaiders. This horse loves Victory Lane. He's won almost half his starts this year.
Whiskey Pete maintains a 1.5 lead from Mac Raider with 3/8 to go. Blatantly Good has gained to within ahead of second. PS I Love You Heartbreaker is fourth and now sliding second over. Vertical Horizon couldn't keep with cover. European Union has room to save ground. He's 4th from the front with 1/4 to go. Atokia ducks down to the inside, 6 lengths behind Whiskey Pete, and Gallant Yankees a wide last. 3/4 and 122 flat. Now the pressure's on for Whiskey Pete. His lead is diminishing ahead. Blatantly Good's inching closer on the outside. Red and black blinkers. PS I Love You Heartbreaker fans 3 wide for the drive. Mac Raider's going to try to push through up the inside. 150 to go. Blatantly Good a narrow lead. Whiskey Pete's full out. Mac Raider not enough down at the inside. Up to the line. Blatantly Good.
Blatantly Good. I feel like we just had him on the show last week, right? But it is deja vu, except it's not deja vu all over again, because last week he cuts the mile. This time, he's all about a first-up trip. Tim Tetrick is our winning driver, 149-2. McRader set off the quarter pole timer, but then ended up getting a really good trip in the pocket there. And then Whiskey Pete did a lot of work on the front, rounded out the trifecta.
Can we assume that you didn't kiss Blatantly Good on the snout before his race?
I'll never live that down. I kissed one horse on its nose and he goes backwards, okay?
No, he went to another continent. Is what happened to him.
So not fair. Well, now we have Susan Ellers, my favorite handicapper in the whole world, who, by the way, she doesn't kiss any horses on the nose in the paddock, okay? So if she doesn't pick a winner, it's not because of her, it's because of a bad drive, obviously. But we're gonna see what she has up her sleeve this week in As the Wheels Turn.
Well, summer is officially here, and that means stake races are in full swing. That's why for my first race, I'm going to the Meadowlands. Race 3, the New Jersey Sire Stakes, is for 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. I like the 5 in this race. Roll With It Harry. He won last week in 50-1 for driver Danny Dubé. Also, I like with him the 2-horse Line Officer. He's banked over $97,000. I'm going to go with a 5-2. Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs hosts the Earl Beal Jr. Memorial Final tonight, and you're not going to want to miss this race. Pastor Steven raced huge last week in his elimination. He had the rail in this race for driver Ron Pierce. He's first up at the 3/4 pole, wins easy, 53-1. I'm the answer with Dejarmbo. Both also won their eliminations for trainer Trond Smedshammer. I think both of these horses are going to play a factor. That's why I'm playing Pastor Steven over the Trond Smedshammer entry. Don't forget, Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs does kick off live racing action tonight at 6:30 p.m. It's time for a break, but when we come back, you're going to find out if the amazing 3-year-old pacing filly, See You at Peelers, can go undefeated when we take you in the bike at Mohawk Racetrack. So stick around.
So Sears has put See You at Peelers on the point now.
Welcome, good old son. There ain't no love when you don't come. Welcome, son. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Hi, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. Boy, this is going to be exciting, is it not? Yeah.
I'm speechless.
It's time to go in the bike. Boy, big doings this weekend in the bike, let me tell you. The $1.5 million North America Cup at Mohawk Raceway, the richest harness race on the continent. Number 4, Big Bad John, who won 7 in a row, was the 9-5 chalk with Brett Miller. Up the Credit with Jody Jamieson was the 2-1 second choice, and number 5, Shady Shark Hanover was the 4-1 third choice. Up the Credit said, up yours to his foes. He did it the hard way, coming first up to beat the best colts of his generation in the richest North American horse race, 149-3. Number 7, Roll with Joe, 12-1 with Randy Waples, got the belly. Big Jim closed well off at 5-1 to settle for third. Up next, race 9, the Fan Hanover, the value $650,000, and with that, here's Heather.
Yes, okay. In here, really, there's only one horse that the majority of the world is watching. I'll give you a hint. 4 words, okay, and the last word rhymes with Steelers. See You at Peelers remains undefeated. This is a 150 win, and it equals the stakes time. She is now 18 for 18 for trainer Jimmy Tafter. She's the 1-5 favorite with driver Brian Sears. They're on the top. Here comes Crispy Apple. Tries to put pressure on See You at Peelers, but she just goes off in the stretch. This is just a monster. She's not even an animal. She's a monster. Okay. Harness Racing's newest millionaire, and she was currently voted the #1 horse in the entire country.
Okay, the 6th race on Mohawk's Super Saturday card, the $100,000 Mohawk Gold Cup for some high-class pacers. Number 7, Art Professor with Jody Jamieson, a slight 5-2 choice over Gazillionaire. Number 5 won the West. Well, you all know what's happening with Won the West. He was the aged pacer of the year last year in 2010, was just terrific. And this year, couldn't get out of his own way, 0 for 4. Well, he came back in a big way, let me tell you. He wins the race, and he paces a mile in 1:47.2, wins off by himself. I don't know where this mile came from, but he served notice that he's going to be a big player in 2011. Art Professor closed well for second, but couldn't get within sniffing distance of Won the West, and Mock Dreamer was third. Don't forget tonight at Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs, the $500,000 Earl Beal Memorial and a free hat too. It's going to be a terrific time. And for Heather Moffett and all of us here at PA Harness Week, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily.
Underway.
Starts back.